Today we're doing a quick afternoon tidy up. It's about 2 p.m. and my tank is on empty right now. I am so tired and run down, but I want to do a quick whiz around and get at least the kitchen, living room and my bedroom done, because the last thing I want to do is cook in a messy kitchen and go to sleep in a messy room. I'm solo parenting tonight because Charlie's at work until 11:30, and for my sanity, these 3 rooms need to be sorted before the day's over. So come along with me and let's try and undo some of the chaos and elevate our moods through some cleaning therapy. Now, it doesn't normally look this way at this point in the day. I've usually got most of my jobs done and more of a handle on these rooms because I like things to run smoothly at school pick-up time. It's already a chaotic time of the day, isn't it? But I've just not been on the ball today. Happens, doesn't it? And that's okay. Velma's sleeping right now, but she doesn't sleep much in the day at all anymore. Her naps are like 10 minutes at a time, and when she's awake, she is not happy. She needs to be held at all times, which is completely normal for a 3-month-old. But yeah, luckily we still get one big nap where she'll sleep for a few hours, like she is here. And that's when I have to kind of cram all my jobs in that I haven't managed to get done. And I think it's because she's just learned to roll over. From experience, they always go through sleep changes when they're learning a new skill. And to top it all off, my cycles came back at 10 weeks postpartum, even though I'm exclusively breastfeeding. It's happened with each baby, and I am not dealing well with the hormonal up and downs this time round. 1 minute I'm on top of the world, and next I feel like I'm being chased by a bear, which is great. And I don't get why some women get like a whole year without a period when they're breastfeeding, but my body's like, you know what? I know you've just gone through 9 months of sickness, and then you've had a C-section, and now you're sleep deprived and feeding a whole human with your body. But if you wanted, you could try for another. It's an option. Anyway, because I've been rambling and not explaining what I'm doing, so far I've taken all the washing upstairs from the tumble, emptied the water and lint drawers, tidied up laundry station a little bit, cleared the floor of shoes and Velma's baby gym, and bagged up some clothes that we need to donate. And I've cleared the table. So far, so good. We keep all of the boys' workbooks permanently just on the table now because it's easier than hiding them away in a drawer and forgetting about them. And those bananas weren't mouldy, by the way, they're red bananas. Next up, let's get all the pots done. Anyway, yeah, the hormonal cycling being back is not helping with routines. It's not helping with my wanting to eat every single thing in the house. Not helping with motivation, not helping with anything. But I'm trying to rely on logic over feelings because I know that I'll feel so much better if I'm productive and we have a calm space. What is it they say? Follow the routine and not your mood. And we're trying. If I followed my mood, nothing would get done at the minute, and we know I've been guilty of that in the past. I need to try it with food as well because I am just comfort eating so much at the minute. Any minor inconvenience, stress, happy moment even, and I'm like, I need to celebrate, comfort or commiserate with food. So that's led to me buying loads more snacks and takeaways and spending way more money than I should, and then that makes me feel guilty because we're saving for a house and I am literally just not thinking of the future at all in those moments. And it's just like a spiral, isn't it? I think, well, I'm feeling rubbish today, so let's have a treat and that'll make me feel better. And then the next day, it's the same thing. One more day won't hurt. And then it's a week later and we're just completely off track in more ways than one because everything's connected. Fall out of balance with one thing and it's usually the case that it leaches into other areas too. And then you just feel like a complete mess and it's harder and harder to untangle yourself. And I don't really know what point I'm trying to make here other than, as a very happy person, which I am 99% of the time, it isn't always sunshine and rainbows with me. I have bad days and bad weeks too, where I really struggle to look on the bright side and keep up momentum, even after all of the hard work I've put in to get to this point with the house. If you don't know, over the years I have struggled so much to keep on top of mess and clutter, and it's been a long process. So my theme of today's video, I think, is stick to the plan, not the mood. And let's see if we can turn around the mood by sticking to the plan. And the plan is, let's not let the chaos take over. Let's not let the lizard brain win. And let's get this sorted, even though it's the last thing we want to do. Ike's having some time on Minecraft while I do this because, as I said, I'm trying to whiz through this as fast as possible. And this is going to help regulate my mood and help me be more on the ball for the evening routine. E.g., this is going to help me be a better, more patient mum. I always get comments when people see me picking up the toys like, why aren't the kids doing this? You have to teach them to tidy up. But you have to remember these videos are like one day out of probably 14 where I'm the one doing it. I don't film every single day, and most evenings I will take that extra time to guide the kids to do it themselves. And I don't think I should have to film it and put it into a video to prove that that's the case. Anyway, I'm usually one to clean at certain times in the day, and I don't like to do cleanups in the afternoon time or in that time between school pickup and bedtime if I can possibly help it, because it's just hectic and I feel guilty for not being present. But some days you've just got to do what you've got to do, and today is one of those days. I said I was only going to stick to 3 rooms, but I saw this and I thought I've got to sort that immediately as well. I only did a quick wipe down of the sink. And I was proud of myself for stopping there because I have issues with perfectionism, if you can believe it, and I don't like to start a task I can't finish or only do a little bit of something, because if I'm going to do something, I want to do it thoroughly. But I'm starting to accept that doing a little bit, even if you can't do the whole job, is the key to maintaining a relatively clean and tidy space. If it were up to me and my brain, I'd have 3 different sponges out, 3 different sprays, I'd do a full mop, full clean, and then I'd be happy. But it's just not realistic. And I'm starting to rewire my mind a little with it, and I feel so accomplished when I do 5-second jobs like that. Because it's just like, how simple was that? And you've chipped away at a little section of the house with absolute minimal effort. Anyway, I had let the laundry pile up massively, so that was next on my list. I had an overflowing pile in the corner and another load that you saw me pull out of the tumble dryer. So I worked my way through that first load, but I was very conscious of the time and still wanted to get some other bits and bobs done in this room. So I gathered everything up and put it into the laundry basket because it had somehow made its way all over the floor. And just containing it a little bit improved the appearance of the room. And I can get to the rest of the laundry another time when I'm not in such a rush. It's one of those days today as well where I don't want to wait until the kids have gone to bed to get everything done. Because I don't think we should have to as parents. We deserve rest and wind down time too. So I wanted to get everything done before 3:30 today. Luckily, my mum's offered to pick Rudy up from school because it's been hailing randomly all day, and I really don't fancy doing the school run with poor Ike getting hailed on. So that's one thing off my mind, and thank goodness for my mum. Anyway, gave Charlie's desk a little tidy up. Yes, he's let things build up too because he's also exhausted. And we tidy up each other's mess. It's called a partnership. Made the bed and put the boys' PJs out. And I'm a firm believer that it doesn't matter what time you make the bed, even if it's just before you get into it. I bought into this idea that a made bed in the morning was a big key to success in life. And so when I didn't have time first thing, I felt like a failure. Now, a made bed is a non-negotiable for me, but it doesn't matter what time of day I do it, as long as it gets done. And it's a non-negotiable because I don't like to break promises to myself. And this shows me that I'm committed to myself and giving myself a good life, if that makes sense. A made bed is a visual reminder that I'm on track. Anyway, school pickup had been done and it was time to make dinner, even though all I wanted to do was order a takeaway again. But I decided to make some chicken and halloumi gyros plates. And I know things are getting a little bad when I don't want to cook because cooking is my favourite. It's my peaceful time, but it's not exactly peaceful when I'm the only parent in the house. I really struggle with balancing the evenings when Charlie isn't here because obviously I have 3 kids at very different life stages and I want to make sure everybody's needs are met equally, homework's done, everybody gets individual quality time, playtime, bath time, all in a really short 4-hour window. And Velma does this thing where it'll get to like 6 p.m. and she'll just scream the place down. And it's because she's overtired and she wants to go to bed, but she also wants me to lie with her. So I feel in a bit of a bind because I want to soak up this time where she just wants to snuggle with me because time absolutely flies by and it's really bittersweet and my hormonal heart can't take thinking about it. But my boys also need me to be present and engaged. So yeah, it's a very hectic time of life right now, and I'm not going to lie, I do get a bit of anxiety when it reaches this time of day, but it's just a phase and it'll pass like every other phase, and I've just got to work on regulating my mood as best as possible. It's a totally different experience for me when Charlie's home as well. But yeah, by this point, the kids were playing in the other room, very nicely actually. Velma was still asleep, and I could feel my anxiety lifting. I had some time to myself to scroll and watch videos, which is something I love to do when I'm cooking. I was cleaning as I went, which meant there wasn't going to be a big load of pots for me after the kids had gone to sleep. And I was looking forward to putting a really funny film on and just enjoying some good food. And you know what? This evening showed me just how capable I am as a mum. These last few years and having another baby has taught me so much about my discipline and determination, and how important it is to me to give them and myself a happy life. Even in these mundane evenings, they can still be cosy and bring joy.
Hello. Hello, Bubba. Nice to see ya. Was that a good sleep?
In the past, even when I was just a mum of one, I would have crumbled with stress, let my hormones rule me and just said, whatever, let's leave the mess until the morning, let's get a takeaway, the kids can have unlimited screen time, and I'd be scrambling to find PJs because I hadn't kept on top of the washing. Now my kids have got a regulated mum, a clean house, a belly full of good food. They're going to have a lovely bath and warm towels and PJs waiting for them. And I'm really proud of myself for how much I've grown as a person. This is not to say if you're struggling to keep on top in the evenings or just with life in general that you're failing, because you aren't. Trust me, I've had plenty of these days and it's so hard. And I promise my kids loved me just the same on my bad and scrambled days, and they never felt like they weren't nurtured and adored. But I just want to give you hope that you can turn a bad day around, and your anxiety isn't always right. Sometimes a day you're anticipating will be full of chaos might just prove you wrong. I was definitely proven wrong today. It turned out to be such a lovely evening. And now I feel like I'm ready to tackle the rest of the week of Charlie on lates. And ultimately, your children knowing they're safe and loved is so much more important than a perfectly tidy house. Obviously, extreme mess and dirt isn't ideal and we should work to change these things, but clutter and piles, as annoying and stressful as they can be, are part of a normal home. And remember the poem Dust If You Must. If you haven't read it, look it up because it really puts things into perspective. Anyway, my kids are asleep and I'm going to have my first ever bubble bath in 3 months. I've got Pepsi with ice and lemon, biscuits, and a candle that Charlie got me for Valentine's Day. Well deserved, I reckon.